Hey YouTube, it's your girl Kaylin and I'm back again with another video. And as you can tell by the title of this video today, I'm going to be showing you guys how I keep up with and maintain my knotless box braids. So I previously did this video with my regular box braids, but these are knotless. And I kind of use a different method now. I use different products and that was my laptop. I use different products and yeah, I'm just going to show you guys how I do that. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So as you can see, my braids are really messy. They have product buildup and that's never cute. So we want to make sure that we get all that cleaned up. So let's go ahead and get into that. Alright you guys, so going into this process, I have a couple of products that I love to use. So I start off with some hot water, a scarf. I need my edge control, so I like to use the Got To Be glue. I have the spray when I really need a hold. I have my Shine Jam, my Eco Styler, and then I have this braid spray. It's like a conditioner. I like to use that after I wash it. This is what I use to actually cleanse my braids, which is the Cantu Shea Butter Apple Cider Vinegar Root Relief. I also like to go in with some Wild Growth Oil, and I have my toothbrush and my brush, and then I have a rag that I use. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So going into the washing process, I like to section off my hair just to make sure that I can access every strand and make sure that it's nice and clean. Alright, so following that process, I like to take my towel and dampen it in the water. I like my water hot so that I can make sure I'm getting my scalp really clean. I go into that just to get the excess product off, so I like to wet my edges first before I put any type of cleanser on it. Alright, so following that, I like to take my root cleanser and start applying it directly to the scalp. So the edges always have a lot more buildup than any other section of my hair. So I like to go through and kind of like separate my new growth out while I'm trying to clean it, just to make sure I'm getting all that gunk out. Alright, so following that, I like to take my towel after I've saturated it with water and just go into each braid, flattening my new growth, trying to get all of the edge control and build up that I can get out. And mostly when I saturate it with hot water, it really breaks it down and take it out. And I just rinse my towel over and over until I've gotten it all out. Alright, so then I repeat those steps for my entire head. I start from the root of my head, which is my new growth, to the tips of my braids because I like it to be clean from the top to the bottom. So I just continue to repeat that until I'm completely finished. Alright, so after I've completed cleaning my whole head, I like to take my African Royale Braid Extension Sheen Spray and start spraying all over my head. That really helps condition my new growth and my braids. It keeps them smelling good, feeling fresh. Alright, so after I've conditioned my entire head, I like to take my wild growth oil and start oiling my scalp. This really helps seal in that moisture. It's so important, especially because I'm natural, that I keep my hair moisturized and not dry, because it can cause damage, and the purpose of a protective style is to protect it. So I like to go over my entire head with my wild growth oil. Alright, so my next step is to take my scissors and start trimming away those stray hairs. A lot of the times when I have my braids for a long time, my hair starts to get a little frizzy towards the end, so I like to go in and trim those hairs away. Alright, so I finally got to my favorite part, doing my edges. So I like to go ahead and start putting my hair up in a bun. It just makes it easier for me to be able to lay my edges down properly the way they should be. I first like to go in with my Shine Jam. This jam allows me to kind of straighten out and tame my natural hair and my edges to really get them to be easier to brush. So I like to first go in with that before I go in with my Got To Be glue. Alright, so after you've used the Shine Jam, you can either go in with Got To Be glue or Eco Styler. I prefer Got To Be only because it gives me a firmer hold. So I like to go in on top just to make sure that my edges don't go anywhere. My Shine Jam really moisturizes and seals in that moisture for my edges, and then the Got To Be lays them down and keep them flat. So this step is not absolutely necessary, but sometimes I like to go in and spray a little bit of the Got To Be glue spray on my toothbrush just to put it on top of my edges before I put on my scarf. It kind of helps keep them down. Alright, so I proceed to put on my scarf and I leave it on for about 15 to 30 minutes while I do my makeup. Okay, so now that I've let my edges sit for a while, I'm going to take the lube and I'm going to take my bun down and try to figure out how I'm going to style my hair. I don't know what looks best with this. but I know I can figure out something. Alright, so I think I decided that just a side part was going to do just fine. And yeah, so this is the final product. A little spin for you. Ooh. But yeah, so this is basically how I try to maintain my knotless box braids and how I keep them clean, how I keep them looking good, at least to my best ability. But you know, I love to get a touch up at least after having a month of my braids. I like to get them touched up around the edges and keep them a little longer because they cost enough. But yeah, so I think that's about it. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if I can do any more videos, what other videos you guys want to see. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much, and God bless.